Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome back to Elbow Media Studios official SP-404 tutorial series. I'm so glad you're here. And if this is your first time, you're in the right place, man. So go ahead and hit that subscription button. Just do it right now, cause this is it right here. Oh, also, all we do over here is keep it crunk, man. Let's go. Elbow Media Studio. All right, yo. So what's up, man? Listen, I want to get a couple things out of the way right now. One of my viewers, I don't know if they're a subscriber or not, brought it to my attention that I said that the SP-404 Mark II only needs 4 batteries when in reality it needs 6. So my bad. I'm not gonna lie. That first video I did, I was just so excited to get a video out because I had everything ready to go that I think I missed a few things. But it's all right because guess what? I got a multitude of videos that I'm gonna make on this, so I might make some mistakes. So don't hold it to me. I don't work for Roland. I do appreciate that viewer bringing that to my attention. Thank you very much. I want to make sure the information I'm giving y'all is accurate. I don't want anything to be not accurate. Okay. All right. He also said something about the memory, but hey, memory storage, is 16 gigs, so you do have that. And he also spoke about something about the audio interface not working with the MPC, but we're not gonna worry about that. The device can be used as an audio interface. We all know that, right? Okay. So this first one is going to get straight to the nuts and bolts of this. I am going to be sampling from my iPad Mini 6, and I'm going to be sampling directly into the SP-404 Mark II. And all I'm doing is I'm just using a Type USB-C adapter with a 3.65 millimeter jack into my 1/4 inch, going straight into the inputs inside of the SP-404. It's not really that hard, okay? So the first thing that I did was I went ahead and created a new project. And the way you do that is all you got to do is hold shift and then hit the pad or the sub pad, and you can see if you look down here, especially on this skin I'm using, it has all of these little deals in white. So that is the shift functions, okay? So if I just hold shift and I hit project, it's going to ask me which project that I want to select. Now I can select a project that I've already done, or I can select any pad for a new project, and you can have as many projects as if you have banks. Or also, if you could change memory cards out, you could just go project for project if that's what you want to do, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna push 3 because I know that's where I'm at, or I'm just gonna exit because I'm already there. But if you want to create a new one, all you have to do is just push one of the 16 pads, and you're ready to go. If you want to do a new one, okay, that does not have anything on it. So if I go back, and if it's blinking, that's the one you own. If it's not blinking, that's one you select. If you don't have anything, that's a new one. All right. Okay. So in order for you to sample, like I just said, you have to have a cord going from your device, going into your inputs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sampling from Splice today. And if you do not have Splice, go look it up. Splice is pretty dope. I'm going to put a link down in the description for you to go check that out. Okay. Now, in order for you to be able to sample again, you have to hit this external source right here, okay? Once you hit the external source, it will monitor anything that you're bringing in. And I can control the volume of that by my iPad by turning my iPad up or down, okay? So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead on and start sampling. Now, you can use effects bringing it in, but we're going to use that for another video. Right now, I'm just going to show you how to bring a sample in and how to chop a sample, okay? Let's just go ahead on and listen to this real quick. All right, I like that. So all I have to do, if you look right here, it has sampling in yellow here. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit to make sure you can see that. Right here, it has sampling right here. And if I just go ahead and hit that, right, it's going to say select the pad in which I want to bring this sample in. So right now, if I go back out, you will see that I have some pads that are blinking. The ones that are blinking are the ones that are empty. Okay, the ones that are not blinking, they have stuff on them. So I just go ahead and push 1 here. Now it's sitting there waiting and say, hey, I'm waiting for you. Go ahead on and push play on whatever you got, and it's going to start recording as soon as I do that. Let's go ahead and do it. And all I got to do is push record to exit that. All right, now that I've exited out, it should be right there on pad 1. All right, cool. Just that simple. you can just keep doing that. If you want to do some one shots or whatever, you can sample them and put them on the pads. This is a great way to start building your drum kit too, or just to build all your samples up to what you want to do. And like I said, you can use your banks. Remember, you have 10 banks, so you can flop in, flop out, move around. You can do all that, okay? Now that I have the sample here, now I want to edit the sample. In order for me to be able to edit the sample, if I zoom back in right here, you can see right here where it says sample edit. So all I have to do is hit that start. I can hit the pitch speed. All I got to do is hit that bad boy and bada, there go our wave file, right? And if I hit it, I can do it like that. Or if I just hit this gate right here, it'll turn into like a one shot where I can just hit it one time instead of holding it down. So if I hit that gate and I hit it again, it's just gonna play through. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to make sure that my end location is good. I know the beginning is tight. I want to make sure that end is tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my last little knob here, which is for my end. And as you can see here, it's moving. And if I zoom that in for you, you can see right here where we're moving that end point. Now, if I want to zoom in a little bit closer so I can see that wave file a little closer, all I got to do is hit my little data wheel here. That will zoom me in. And instead of me hitting the sample again to play it all the way through, so I have to wait to the end, I'm just going to hit this little roll so I can hear it from the end. And I'm also going to push loop so I can hear it loop over to make sure it's doing what I want it to do. I'm going to hit the loop, and then I'm going to hold that roll, and then I'm just going to tighten that up. Let me zoom in a little more. Sound like it's good, though. It sounds good to me. I guess I stopped it right on the dime, so we're good to go right there, okay? So now since I got it on loop, if I hit it again, it's gonna just keep looping. I kind of like to do it this way to make sure that I got all my stuff together. My sample is tight, so let's check it out. Sounds good to me, right? In order to exit out of that, all you got to do is hit exit 4 times and it'll stop the sample, okay? Now, if you want to go back into sample edit, you can do that. But what we're going to do real quick is we are going to chop this sample real quick. So the way you do that is all you got to do is hold down shift and hit the start in. And when you do that, now you're in chop mode. Okay, since now we're already in chop mode, we can start lazy chopping right now. All we got to do is start triggering the pads. Let's do it. And it's just that simple. Now we can go back through and listen. Everything is there. So now that we have our samples in there, the question is, you're not done yet. You know what I mean? Even though you got them all chopped up, now you have to assign these chops to a pad or a group. Okay, so let's just go ahead on and see how you do that. In order for you to do that, you click in your little data wheel here, and right here it says assign the pad. Let me make sure you can see that. Right here it says assign the pad, add marks, delete marks, so forth and so on. And marks just meaning you can go in and you can manipulate. You can do like an auto mark. Like just say if you ain't want to chop it, you can auto mark it or do it that way. We're gonna go to assign pad, and once we do that, I'm gonna go to group B, because I don't want to do it, you know, on my first group because I got some drums over there. And then I'm just going to go ahead on and assign them just like this here. All right. Now, once I do that, all I got to do is hit this, hit my data wheel, click it in, and then they're assigned. Right? So now they're already assigned. So in order for me to put them in mute groups to make sure when I trigger one, the other one don't trigger at the same time as you hear and here, or I could trigger two. We don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down shift and I'm going to hit pad number 8. And then I'm just going to tell the machine which pads that I want to be in mute groups. And since I don't really trip, I want them all in there. So I'm just going to click on all of them. Right? All right, so once I click on all of them, all I got to do is exit, and we're good to go now. All right, and it's just that easy for you to bring a sample in, lazy chop the sample, and just keep it moving, man. You know what I mean? So let's just go ahead on and play around with this real quick. This is not going to be a pattern section right quick, but I did kind of show you a little bit of that in the first video. So I'm going to go ahead on and create a pattern real quick, and then we're just going to see what we can make up real quick with this sample. And I think that sample is somewhere around 90 BPM. So we're just going to leave it at that. I'm going to go pattern, okay? And then once I go to pattern, I'm going to go to record. And it's going to ask me select where I want to put it. Remember what I told you before? If it's blinking, that means that nothing is there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my parameters, and I'm just going to make this 4 bars here. Right? And as far as the quantization, because you can quantize using this, and then you can change your grid here to whatever you want. So if you want it to be 32, you want it to be 16, 8, whatever quarter notes, you can do that. I'll keep it at 16, and I'll make that strength somewhere. Well, let's just do it at 100, okay? Now, once I got that, I'm going to make sure that I change my bank to make sure I'm on the bank where my sounds live, and then I'm going to go ahead on and get ready to record this bad boy by hitting the record. I like that. So now what I can do is I can hit record again and go into rehearse, change back to my bank over here, and I can throw some drums in that. And all I got to do is hit record again, because right now I'm in rehearse. So if I hit record again, I'm ready to go. Here we go. Go ahead and hit record again to rehearse. All right, let's go back and record. We'll let it come around. Hit record again. Wow. Just that easy, bro. You can go in, you can get some samples going, you can chop them up, and you can keep it moving. All right, listen, it's your boy Marcus Elbow, man. It's Elbow Media Studios. I want to tell y'all, thank y'all for coming through, checking out this chopping samples tutorial on the this chopping sample tutorial on the rolling SP-404 Mark II. I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.